Hey guys, so I was thinking up a viral video so I could hurry up and get monetized during one of the worst times to be a YouTuber, allegedly, because I started this channel when I didn't need any money, just for fun, and now that I do, you think I talk about a trending topic like a normal money motivated person would. Unfortunately, I can't ignore the topic that made me want to make this channel in the first place, Keishaology. So instead of doing the smart thing, I gotta spin the block and give the final Ashlee Jenae update to you guys. Now that the dust has settled, I can say with confidence that Ashlee Jenae will not get justice. And Joe McCain got away with it. Because I woke up to a TMZ report today on June 4th, the time of recording this video, that TMZ officials revealed that authorities in Tanzania have officially ruled the 31-year-old Ashlee Jenae's cause of death a suicide. Now, when Joe McCain was cleared to return back to the US on May 7th, and Tanzanian authorities gave Lucifer from Constantine his passport back, doesn't he look like Lucifer? Black women were outraged, but they held out hope that there would be further developments. Well, after all these months, it's safe to say that black men were right again. Joe McCain ain't never going to prison for that ish, and Ashlee Jenae's official cause of upper rooming will stay a side of Susie until the sun burns out, which is crazy work because everyone in her family is going to have to live with that official cause of why she is no longer here. And while I don't feel sorry for her mother who let a little girl walk around talking about wanting to have biracial children as a child herself because she was surrounded by her biracial siblings who I imagine the mother treated better than her, and little Ashley could connect the dots even at a young age, I do feel sorry for her dad. No father should have to outlive their own children, especially when they tried their best to stay in their life and be a productive member of society. So for the sake of her father, now I want to talk about something no one else is talking about when it comes to black men and black women. That the soft life is fake. It's not real. Black men, I want you to understand, whenever a black woman speaks about the soft life, it has nothing to do with being provided for or living an actual soft life. It's about getting a biracial child. That's it. See, to get into the soft life, the first step black women have to do, which they try to hide from us, is get into hard sex work. They take the lowest paying, most degrading jobs from day one. There is nothing soft about that entry fee. Think about the infamous site GG, the one that white dudes used to make fun of us back when we were in our 20s, before karma was born in the form of Bonnie Blue. Only unlike Bonnie Blue, those black women that went on that site routinely end up homeless. This is why they are so obsessed with showing off on social media like Ashlee Jenae was, because they aren't making any money doing it. Often they are posing in expensive Airbnbs with rented cars, with other people's money, and rented purses that they often return. That's why I call them rented purses, because even though they're buying the purse, they're returning it a couple days later. And they do all of this to hide the true goal of the lifestyle, getting a kid with good hair, like they're Barbie dolls when they were little girls. And when I explain something to you, it's all gonna make sense. See, us black men are very different from black women since we are kids. We, like everybody else, have the goal in life of getting closer to betterness. We're born into a broken world where we don't have enough to thrive, and we want to get closer to better. To having enough stuff where horrible things don't happen to us anymore, and we get to enjoy the good life. That's our goal. But Keishas from a young age are different. The black experience for them is different. Most have a goal we could never guess as black men, to get closer to whiteness. For example, Stacey Dash. This is how Stacey Dash used to look. She was a very black woman, okay? Simple. Now I want you to see how she looks right now. Does this look like the same person to you? Does this look like a natural transformation? What makes it crazy sad is this. She makes a video addressing the issue, and people are obviously telling her that she's just bleaching her skin, which she is. And her response is to make a TikTok video saying, I don't bleach my skin, I just don't go in the sun. I'll spare you the babble, but then she has the nerve and audacity to give tips to other black women. And she says the first thing is no sun, no sun. Black people often have a vitamin D deficiency because this modern world, we don't go out in the sun enough. She is giving young black girls brainworms to avoid the sun to people that are literally built to be in the sun and actually kind of get a bit sick because we don't go in the sun enough. This is what I mean by we can't be one people. We are a people of two kingdoms. Us black men want to get closer to better. They want to get closer to wider. We cannot coexist together in one community. They have to go their own way. And Stacey Dash isn't even the most extreme one. Let me pull up another one. Remember Donna Briggs? Let's look at her. This is what Donna Briggs used to look like. Once again, the basic, typical Keisha you see. She made a ton of money off black people, just like Stacey Dash did. They always, like parasitical, they always make a ton of money off of us black men. I would like to say the community, but really it's the black men that really give them the opportunities. And yes, black women do give them a bunch of money. So let's just say they make a lot of money off of us, off our patriarchy, and then from women supporting our projects. We usually build the projects, like men build the thing, we create the thing, we set up the event, and then women kind of swell and they support whatever the heck we built, which is pretty much how men and women have always operated symbiotically. Men do the thing, we are the power, we build the thing, we create the events, we create the conditions, and then women kind of see whatever the heck we've done, and then they swarm in and they support it and they swell it up and they make it better, right? Donna Briggs did the same thing. The black community built her up. Black men put her on. Black women came in and they came in with the support. And now look at her. She denies being a black woman, claiming that her darker experience was due to spray tans. Did she spray tan her hair too? The biggest insult is not even to us black men. Ironically, it's to other Keishas themselves. When they finally get what they want, they deny ever even being a Keisha, or they support institutions that are actively against what most black women desire. That's the hilarious part. We are not one people. We are two people. We're a kingdom of two different people, and black men and black women simply cannot really coexist because we have a different goal from the jump, getting towards better, which is what we men want to do, versus them. The whole goal is to get closer to whiteness. And going back to Stacey Dash, that's why she's damn near 60, and now she's doing OnlyFans. This is after her whole life making most of her money from the blacks, then trying to move over towards the white, marrying white men, getting divorced, actually getting the whole white family attacked her, allegedly. But she's the one who got arrested, divorced from multiple white dudes. And she even had a stint on Fox News where she basically just kind of bashed black people for Fox News. And then once they were done with her, there was no retirement plan for Stacey Dash. They threw her out. They didn't need her anymore. And now what is she doing? Nothing. She's over there trying to clap it up with her 60-year-old cheeks, using, ironically, an ability that black people have to not age that quickly. Ironically, even though she's trying to go towards whiteness, it's her blackness that allowed her to slow down her physical signs of aging so she could still be on OnlyFans at 60. But it's not working that well, because even though she's not aging as badly as some groups, she's still 60 years old, and people still kind of know that her time is done. This is an example so you guys understand what I mean by going towards whiteness, which is what they want to do, versus going towards better, which is what we want to do and what most normal people in other groups also want to do. I know it doesn't sound right, but it's true, which is why we have so much friction with them, because they are born the farthest thing from what their ideology worships. And since white men aren't chasing them like Asian women, they have to get into sex work to get closer to whiteness from their perspective, which is why the soft life's real goal, once you take away all the fake fluff, is just to get a biracial child. That explains why they really go into the work, because it is the easiest way for them to have sex with white men and produce the desired baby with good hair, quote unquote. I need you to understand, black man, that when it comes to Keishas and selling box, these white men rarely pay full price, if anything at all, and they're not kind about it either. Indian, Hispanic, and of course white men have bragged online for decades and in our faces that our women are the cheapest, easiest. And black women cultivated that image on purpose because it was the only way they could secure biracial children, by making themselves the best deal for bottom shelves with no other option. I need you to understand they are the only race of women in this country that go into sex work to get into poverty. There are so many homeless sex worker Keishas who were not homeless before they started sex work. They had normal homes despite their lies about being poor. And while some of them were poor, they were at least housed. But after they go into sex work, so many of them are homeless on the streets. That isn't the story of white, Asian, and Hispanic sex workers that often go into sex work to escape poverty by trading their intangibles for significant short-term wealth. So whenever a black woman comes to you talking about the soft life black man, I want you to look her in the eye and stay away from her. Don't curse her out, don't start a fight, just look her in the eye and realize you need to get away from her. You and her's goals are completely opposed to each other. You want a better life, she wants a wider life. You can never provide her that, which means if you succeed in your plan to get closer to better, $100K a year, paid off house, happy, safe community, if she's still with you, she will be more unhappy than ever because this is not getting her closer to whiteness. Her brain sees this as the worst case scenario in a way because it feels so final to her. Unlike being with Pookie in the hood, there's no excitement to distract herself from the reality of what's going on. And it makes her come to terms with the fact that success didn't come with whiter skin, didn't come with kids with hair like those old Barbie dolls she was obsessed with, and it didn't come with a white man on her arm. And because of that, she will sabotage you for the rest of her life because of self-hatred. Like that one Maury twin that married the black one who tried to ruin his reputation because she was just magically unhappy, while the twin that married the white man for some reason isn't unhappy. She's great. She's totally happy where she is. And I need you to understand that they are like this since they are children, as Ashlee Jenae showed us. No one did anything to them as kids. It's a phenomenon no liberal or psychologist will ever touch because it's a mindset that benefits the greater society and the dominant population. I call this condition brainworms. From that TV show, The Clone Wars, Star Wars, The Clone Wars, that animated show, because like brainworms in the cartoon, this condition doesn't seem to have any ill effects on skill, IQ, or talent, except it makes them act in a way that isn't in their own best interest, in a way that is difficult for everyone who isn't them to understand. Now, they will never admit this to you, black man, because women of all races have this pink wall of silence where they just don't share information with their men as a collective, which is why I'm bringing you the king's knowledge. I'm also making this video to warn black women who seek the soft life so they can be honest with themselves and not end up like Ashlee Jenae. For those who bought into this false promise that the soft life was going to get them an actual soft life, that's a total scam, ladies. The only thing you can get from this life is trinkets that cost your dignity and a biracial child. You aren't getting a ring, you aren't getting taken care of for life, you'll be the breadwinner until the sun burns out. Black women have never had the soft life in this country, nor did most women worldwide. Most male and female relationships have always been symbiotic, where the woman and the man are working hard to survive together. The closest thing is you find a guy, you work hard together, and get to retire early. That's the closest thing to the easy life. For the rest of you black women who hate watch this channel and already understand the real goal of the soft life, who's been dreaming of that biracial child with good hair since they were kids themselves, I'm going to give you some rules to stay alive. Because your king is not without mercy, and I think we can make a deal. In fact, my next videos will be why white men should date black women. I think it will benefit all three of us. Now, Keisha, if you go into that soft life, be honest about what it is and what you can actually get. Here, let me list out what you can actually get. 1, you can get social media validation, but only from other black women. If this is your only goal in life, then yes, the soft life is for you. 2, you can get a role-playing pretend husband. He won't be your actual husband, but he's willing to pretend to be your husband on social media. The reason he's willing to do this is because it gives him clout and allows him to make more money. The third thing, you can get social media money from playing house by making a couple channel about your soft life with your white men. Black women love to support these channels and TikToks, and you could get money from YouTube and TikTok to pay you for doing this. Just know that social media money often runs out. I heard that the TikTok people stopped paying the TikTok creators, which, is sad in my opinion. And, YouTube is, random with the demonetization. But at least there is some social media money there you can get. The fourth thing, you can get that biracial child. I forget what it is, but I think black women have like 1 million children out of wedlock with races of men that aren't black men. You have a lot of kids out of wedlock that are not black men. Now, you will have to take care of that kid by yourself more than likely, as he usually does not want the kid, but at least you can have that biracial child with good hair. 5. Trinkets. You can get trinkets as rewards for sex work. Now, these trinkets, these purses, these little gifts, they are not because he loves you, okay? He buys you these little gifts. Usually they're heavily discounted, sometimes bootlegged, but he buys you these gifts for your silence, for the degenerate acts he sought you out for, to make it easier for him to use you, and so you can lure in more black women for the threesomes and group activities that is a requirement of that lifestyle. That's why Ashlee Jenae was leading with these social media posts talking about those group activities. She was advertising. Now, if you're okay with all that being your only rewards, by all means, black woman, pursue the soft life. But remember the rules for staying alive. Because even if you hate me, these rules will save your life. Rule number 1, let him cheat in peace. Get it out of your head that he will ever be faithful with you. He chose you specifically because he doesn't have to be faithful to you. Let the man cheat in peace. Pretend you didn't see the other girl, or just understand that that is a requirement of the lifestyle. Rule number 2, do not go tit for tat. When women and men, or how about this? When women try to go tit for tat with men, they lose because men are more powerful than they are. Do not go tit for tat with him, okay? He already looks down on you for a reason that is unfair, but is something you can't control. The fact that you're a black woman. He is not going to accept that disrespect. He's going to cheat on you all day long, but you better not do it back to him, because if you do, he knows he can often get away with it. That's all I'm going to say about that rule. Rule number 3, you are a living deal to him. Don't become a bad deal if you want to stick around. Men are probability calculators, okay? We are not as emotional as women are. Everything that we do is a calculation on what's the best deal. He's only choosing you instead of a white woman because you are going to let him get away with things that a white woman will not allow him to get away with, like constantly cheating on you and treating him like a hero, even if he doesn't have a job and you're the breadwinner. You have to keep that up. However you got him, those promises, that's how you got to keep him. Don't become a bad deal. If you become a bad deal and you start expecting good treatment from him, great treatment, he's going to leave. Rule number 4, you aren't getting an official ring. Don't make the mistake Ashlee Jenae made by trying to push a dude to marry you who clearly doesn't want to marry you. It is still, in my opinion, the reason she ended up the way she was is because, in my opinion, Joe McCain did not want to marry her. He probably thought about it when, the sex was great and men, were throwing around words because it's a really great life. But after that post-nut clarity hit and he started really thinking about finances, he never posted Ashlee Jenae on his social media. But she promoted him like crazy. He posted his ex-wife, but never Ashlee Jenae. He was never going to take her seriously. He wasn't excited about making a biracial child with her. He was just doing it because it was fun and he has a fetish for black women. He probably did that fake social media marriage thing, thinking that if he did this big thing for her in Tanzania, when he let her down, she would accept that because at least she got to pretend. And I think what happened is she tried to push the relationship to become more serious, to try to change up the deal on him, to try to switch it up, to try to make him treat her like a white woman, basically, and he wasn't going for it. And I think she tried to attack him, and not just physically attack him, but I think that, she knew a lot of illegal things about him, and she tried to threaten him, and that's what pushed him over the edge. So if you're gonna go in that soft life, remember these rules, and you can go ahead, you can get the rewards, and you can come out alive. Anyway, guys, this video is gonna get no views because black women already moved on, and Ashlee Jenae is not a hot topic. But if you like this video, make sure to hype, comment, and subscribe if you want to subscribe to the channel and give it a like. I wanted to make sure you brothers know to run whenever you hear a black woman about wanting the soft life. Once you hear that, she ain't your woman anymore, black man. She belongs in a white neighborhood in the middle of Oklahoma wearing a trucker's hat. And in my next video, you'll see why that arrangement works so well for both black men and white men. Because we don't have to carry their weight anymore. White men can be convinced into taking our burden. We just gotta talk about all the free food and easy degenerate sex they can get. And even the worst like Chud the Builder can't say no to that deal, allegedly.